We've got 2 minutes. Every time we demonstrate, we're followed by the UAF. The chief in command to the UAF, when people see frustrations boiling over like this, let me explain why. I'll explain why. Azid Ali, who's the chief, the second in command of the UAF, is on record as saying that British military are legitimate targets. They are a government-funded organisation, and he attended sermons by Abu Qatada. And with all the planning we have with the police forces, we ask that they are kept away from us. We do not want to see them, and every time they are within distance of throwing bottles into our demonstration, every time. There's a few other things we need to clear up as well, yeah? You see, Nazis, I've heard certain people are in this demonstration today. Eddie Stanton is one of them. Nazis. We do not welcome Nazis. There's a lady here today, a Caribbean lady, who has flown here today from the British Virgin Islands. She's flown here from the British Virgin Islands. We have West Indian youth here today. We have Sikhs here today. And it is our respect of every one of those communities that Nazis are the enemy. You will be treated as the enemy. The fact that we're 4 years in and you still ain't got the message that you're not welcome on the streets of the English Defence League is disgraceful. We have burnt the swastika. We chased you out of Luton. We've chased you out of Birmingham. When will you get the message that Nazis are never welcome in the English Defence League? We start off why are we in Birmingham? I've had a lot of people ask why we're in Birmingham.
Fucking loads.
Like there's no problems in Birmingham or something. You had 6 Muslims from Sparkbrook in this area who were arrested with IEDs, with guns and with machetes, who were planning to kill and murder and maim members of the English Defence League. The reason they gave, not why we say, it's not why we say they were going to do it. They said in their suicide notes that they were doing it due to blasphemy laws written and scriptured within the Quran, that anyone who insults the Prophet Muhammad must be killed. When Lee Rigby was killed, he's a hero. And I said, but remember, I was feeling hot. I've been moaning all day about sweating, yeah? We have to remember, it's not 120 degrees. We're not 6,000 miles from our family, and there's zero chance we're going to drive over a bomb today, which is what our armed forces are putting up with every day. Within the Quran, there's... I know, like, some people will be offended I'm holding this. I don't know who heard Nick Clegg's speech. After Lee Rigby was killed, Nick Clegg gave a speech and he said, in the Quran it says, if you kill one man, you kill the whole of humanity. How many people have heard them quote that phrase, yeah? In response to everything that happens, that's the quote I hear. Now I'm going to read exactly what that quote says, because it doesn't actually say that. Which, in response to Lee Rigby's killing, Nick Clegg quoted from the Quran, if you kill one man, you kill all of humanity. Now what it actually says, whoever kills a human being for other than killing him for mischief in the earth, kills the whole of humanity. So what it says is, unless you're causing mischief, which is exactly the quote that Lee Rigby's killer said, so unless you're a legitimate target, and what is causing mischief to Allah, not believing in Allah, is causing mischief. So when he quoted that verse from the Quran, he lied. The fifth commandment says, thou shalt not kill. It is the equivalent of Nick Clegg going on TV and saying it says, thou shalt kill. That's not what it says. Now, we hear so much about blasphemy. These men that wanted to blow up the English Defence League were carrying out blasphemy laws. In this city, 30,000 Muslims marched demanding for blasphemy laws that it is illegal to insult the Prophet Muhammad. I'm sorry, but Muhammad is nothing like Jesus and he was nothing like Buddha. Another book where I can hear everyone saying burn it, burn it, burn it. Don't burn it, read it, alright? Expose it. Understand what is in these books. This book here is The Life of Muhammad by Ibn Ishaq. This is a man that we cannot criticise. In this book of battles, he individually, personally killed 43 people. Jesus killed no one, Buddha killed no one. They did not incite or ask for people to be killed in their name. But in this book, he tortured a man for his gold. This is a man that we should criticise. This is a man that we have a legitimate right to criticise. And we should be free in our country to criticise him without fear of death or murder. The other thing that Muslims say and politicians say is, you've taken that out of context. That's what we hear. You've taken it out of context. Nick Clegg took it out of context. Now, the Quran isn't scripted. When you try and read the Quran, you can't make context out of it because it's all mumbled up. It's not in a numerical order of history. Ibn Ishaq is in a numerical order of history. The latter verses abrogate the previous verses. So whatever happened at the end of history, at the end of his revelations, way outproceed the previous ones. In Muhammad's first 10 years of preaching, he had 350 followers. Once he introduced rape, murder and genocide, he found a winning formula. And that's what it's still spread with now today across the world.